Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a Starfleet battles story, essentially advice on how to build skill and tactics. My last video, I talked about people wanting me to do tactical videos on the channel, and because there's so many tactics involved, it's hard to do that in a short little video. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to give basic advice on how to build your tactical knowledge in general. I started playing Starfleet battles back in the United States Air Force back in 1986, and in turn, when I got discharged, I started teaching a bunch of my friends, and after I went home, and most of them became pretty good players. And a lot of people are concerned because they're not sure what tactic to use at what time. The main thing is knowing your ship. Knowing the equipment that's on your ship, knowing how everything is used. The basic rules give you the best tactics. That's a fact. I don't care who you are. I don't care what game you're playing. The basic rules give you the basic tactics. And you can expand from there. The best tactic is one you just make up because nobody knows it. The way I forced my players to become good players was by using the same methodology I discovered in the Air Force by accident. In the Air Force, I got into the game, and my friend Art wanted another player for his Starfleet Battles campaign, and I really wanted to play. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, so and I've always been a Romulan fan since I watched Balance of Terror for the original series, Kirk and Spock and them. Great episode. If you've not seen it, go watch it. But as it turns out, they didn't have a Romulan player for their game because he was running this campaign, and the borders were all set and everything. They just didn't have a player for the Romulans, and the reason they didn't was because the year that they wanted to start in the timeline of the game was well before the Romulans got warp drive. So consequently, nobody wanted to run the Romulans because all their ships were, 100-year-old sublight ships. I was forced to use these old ships until I could get warp drive from another player. If you have not run a Warbird or a Warbird Plus against a warp-driven starship, you will have no frame of reference for what I'm talking about. If you have the game, look up the Warbird or Warbird Plus, and then look up a Federation heavy cruiser, the CA. Put the two SDC side by side, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The Warbird has almost nothing. It has a few slight advantages, but for the most part, the Federation heavy cruiser is, oh my god, overwhelming comparatively. The Romulan ship has a cloaking device that works really cheap for 1 point. It has armor. It has decent shields. It's got buttloads of battery power. But it doesn't have any warp drive. It has literally, if it has the APR, it's got like 7 or 8 points of power, I think it is, something like that. It's only got 6 impulse. So, significant disadvantages. Those were the ships I was forced to use. I didn't win every battle at the beginning. I got my ass whooped constantly. But I learned. When I came home and taught my friends, I had them choose a race and then basically stick them with the smallest vessels I could find, under 90 points. The reasoning there was that if they could win with nothing, then they should be able to excel with everything. Most players, when they start the game, they want to run a dreadnought or a heavy cruiser or whatnot, something like that. I suggest that you start off with smaller ships to build skill, because smaller ships require skill to use. With small ships against bigger ships, if you have a small ship, you have to be skillful in order to win. You have to be smart in order to win. I cut my teeth on the Warbird and the Warbird Plus, which is a 45 and a 60 point ship. Maximum speed of 1, while everybody else is zooming around doing up to speed 31. Yeah. If you want to develop real skill in Starfleet battles, have all of your players use the exact same ship. This is an exercise that I was using to teach my characters, or my players, maneuverability, how to allocate better, for being able to anticipate what shield is going to be hit, so where you need the shield reinforcement, that kind of thing. If you do this, I guarantee you will build skills. Have all of the players use the exact same ship, the Tholian Patrol Cruiser Plus. There's no web layers, no web casters, nothing confusing like that. No heavy weapons. 4 heavy phasers, or that's its punch. 4 phaser ones, I think they are. And they're good basic ships. This will allow the players to learn the basic ship systems and how to maneuver effectively. After everyone is comfortable using these ships, then you can progress to having your players choose a race to specialize in. And keep them using small ships at the start. That way, when they get the big heavy cruisers and dreadnoughts, all that skill and know-how will be able to shine. Gotta love dogs. In the last video I did, Fancy Gets You Killed. My friend Bobby, after we did the Tholian PC Plus, he immediately decided he wanted to run the Klingons, and he ran Klingons almost exclusively. He ran some Federation here and there, but mostly Klingons. And man, he got good with them. Really good. My friend Randy, he got really good with Hydrons. My friend Earl got really good with Gorns. Jesse, my friend Jesse, he got good with Lyrans. And everybody had a race. All the races are different, so you have them specialize in one race. And these skills, they translate to all the other races as well. Some of the weaponry don't, so the weapons are different. So you gotta have to, you take a Klingon D7 and then transfer that over to a Gorn heavy cruiser. Yeah, there's some significant differences there because their power distribution is different, their maneuverability is a lot different, and their weapons are, oh my god, different. But the basic systems are all the same. So you have them specialize in one race, get good with that, and all those skills translate. So, and plus, one of the best ways to get good at using a weapon is running against it. You know what it does. This is my advice to new players. Excuse me, I'm still fighting that cold. This game is the best tactical war game on the market, in my opinion, and I do hope you enjoy playing. And in the last video, I asked a question, and the question was, how do you force an opponent to allocate power to movement at the start of the game? It's a very basic question, very basic answer. The answer is don't move. If he wants to fight you, he'll have to come to you. He has to put power to movement to get over and shoot at you. So if you don't move, he has to move. He has to apply power to movement. Very basic question, very basic answer. I know it sounds kind of stupid, but when you're dealing with basic tactics, you want to keep them as basic as you can. You can extrapolate and expand on them later, but you want to keep your basic tactics as basic as you can. In that video I did last time, the name of it was Fancy Gets You Killed, because fancy tactics usually do get you killed. The more complex the tactic is that you have to keep track of, the more complex the situation. I don't like that. I don't like complex situations. I like to hornswoggle him, kill him, and be done. Call me weird. At any rate, I hope this finds everybody well. And if you enjoy my gaming content, go to my other YouTube channel, Grumpy Old Gamer, and subscribe there. On my main channel, Grumpy Old Fart, I do a lot of political stuff. YouTube tends to flag me on those, so there are times when I can't post new stuff. And with the stuff that's going on in Washington right now, they're going to be flagging a lot of people. So, subscribe to my other channels. If you enjoy the UFOs and the paranormal and like that, go to Grumpy Old Ufologist. All my unexplained phenomena videos are over there as well. If you like my gaming content, go to the Grumpy Old Gamer. That way, even if they flag my main channel, I can still put out content on these. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all. And enjoy Starfleet Battles. It's one of the better games. It makes you think. It makes you better people. Be safe now. God bless.